So now moving on to another NBA team in the Western Conference, the Lakers. New ownership. Team was bought for $10 billion by the Mark Walton Group, who
he's the majority owner of the Dodgers.
Pretty much the sole owner, but yeah. Owner of the Dodgers. He's been ownership in with the Lakers. He's had a 21%, I think it was, ownership with the Lakers, but just bought majority ownership now. Magic is a part of that group as well. So Magic is, along with Mark Walton, is moving into this ownership. So I'll start with you, Doug. What do you think
About them trading it?
About them? Well, about the just new ownership. Like, how does this go going forward?
Well, I think they hold less loyalty to LeBron. I think that he had some relationship with the Buss family. I think this does impact Bronny's future there as well.
Bronny's gone.
Yeah. I think LeBron's pretty much done after this year, after all that. Honestly, unless he goes somewhere else, back to Cleveland or something. I think they're going to make his life harder than what it was in LA currently. Because I think this has a bigger impact on the LeBron piece more than people think. I don't know. Magic may come in there and be all right. I bet he has a pretty good say in what's going on. I don't know. I mean, Dodgers. Look at the Dodgers. That ownership knows what they're doing. So if they're going to treat it like they kind of did with the Dodgers, I think the Lakers will be just fine, and they'll make the right moves at the right time. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot yet to be seen with that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to give a prediction, but
so right now, if you're one to buy stocks, buying stocks in the Lakers right now would be your way to go. One, it's LA. It's already a hot commodity. It's the Lakers. It's already a, everybody, whether they want to admit it or not, everybody wants to be. It's kind of like wanting to be a cow. Everybody wants to be a cowboy, whether they want to admit it or not. Everybody wants to be a Yankee, whether they want to admit it or not. Like, everybody wants to be a Laker if they want to admit it or not. So, but as you said, this impacts LeBron, which I do agree it does. This impacts Luka because Mark Walter and them, they're not going to play around. If they go into next year and they see Luka still going into the season, not in shape, not playing defense, and all this, listen, Mark Walter and them with the Dodgers have not been afraid to ship people out of there in a heartbeat. So if you don't think that if Luka doesn't come in this season or comes in, back-to-back seasons, not in shape or something, still not playing defense, if you don't think they won't hesitate to get him out of there, they will. And the other thing is, they're not going to be afraid, as you can see with the Dodgers. They're not afraid to spend money either.
no,
so
clearly.
Now,
baseball's a little different.
Baseball's different than basketball.
But yeah.
But still, they'll figure out. I think Mark Walter and them they'll hire smart people like they did with the Dodgers. The Dodgers are always, and this is why they've been so good, they're always 3 steps ahead of people. They see things coming before anybody else does, which is why they've been so good. When they hired their new GM, I forget what his name is, but he came from Tampa. I mean, they saw him as being really good before anybody else did and said, make him our let's make him our GM. They're going to do these things. Rob Pelinka, your job's on the line too. I know you may think you're safe because you just pulled off a heist for Luka, but listen, they won't hesitate to get your ass out of there either. Like, this is a wake-up call for everybody in LA. Like, nobody's safe, and they will not hesitate to move off you and put somebody that they feel like is the right guy in that position. And same thing with LeBron. And I love LeBron, obviously, but they've been known to move off people before they reach that age. Now they're going into it with LeBron already at an old age, so they're a little bit late to it. But obviously, having Magic there, I think they might. That's where I feel like it could go either way with LeBron specifically because of Magic. If Magic has a say so, Magic brought LeBron to LA the first time. He may have a say so, and hey, we got to keep this guy here. Keep this guy as a Laker forever. But like you said though, they will not hesitate. And I'm telling you right now, don't if you're Luka, don't come into the season out of shape. Don't think you're just going to get away with not playing defense next year, because they will package your ass and get you out of there quicker than the people in Dallas did. So this has huge implications on everybody in LA.
Oh yeah, Lakers are going to look a lot different next, I think,
But
5
but
years.
in a good way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're
They're
going to do
smart
what they
people.
need to do
Here's the thing:
to
they're
win
smart people.
in
They're not
the
going to
near
trade
future.
Luca and get a deal back in return like Dallas did. If
I
they
think,
trade Luca, they're going to get a massive haul of players in return.
yeah, as they should. I mean, Luka's still young and really a star. I know he had a rough year this year, but I think they're not going to move off of Luka that quick. They're not. He's too good and too young. They got to get him right mentally. I'm sure. Sure, but
Well, yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. He's got to do stuff within himself to sell himself essentially to this group. Because I also said this is also an easier start for Mark Walter and his group, because it took them a while to get their Shohei Otani, and they theoretically of the NBA already have their Shohei Otani in LA already sitting there with them. So it's now up to the Walter group to have these conversations with Luca, and Luca to actually proceed with it. Because trust me, if Luca can do all the things that he's capable of, obviously, and just add in the again, much like we talked about with the All Star game, we're not asking Luca to be an All NBA defender. We're asking him just to show a little bit of effort, and if he could do that, and then Luca can be Luca, Luca's going to win a lot of titles in LA with that group.
sure. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Again, like I said, next 3 to 5 years, we'll see a pretty good Lakers team. I think they're going to put the pieces around Luka as LeBron goes away. As he exits out of LA, they're already going to have those pieces in place.
Yeah, and
So
I wouldn't be surprised if they come out early and have that conversation with Rob Pelinka and say, "Hey, we're going to spend some money. We're going to like this year, like we're going to spend some money. You know, we're going to do what we can to make this a championship team like immediately." So, wouldn't be shocked with that.